Okay, here's a tutorial on Yesclip. Specifically, my personal process for Yesclip. First, you make your way through canals 06 until you're at this end of the map. You can see a little line. That line is the transition trigger into canals 07. So say you're in the middle of a hop pattern. You can just hit this trigger right here to the right of me. And then save delete. It shouldn't be super difficult trigger to find. It's flush with the wall and it's flush with the top edge of the wall. After that, you get in the boat. You position the boat right at 8,220, or at least within like the 8215 to 8230 range. But 8220 is like the golden, it's like the bullseye of that threshold. And you can save load to stop the boat in its tracks. Get out so that after save loading it stays still. Transition backwards into the next map over here, since the level transition for that is just right there. If you go too fast entering this map right here, you can accidentally transition back immediately. So just be mindful of that, because it will split your splits again. So go backwards. Get back inside the boat. You don't want to touch this trigger. You just want to get in the boat through the trigger, like this. If you try and do it, but you accidentally hit it first, then, well, you don't want that. It won't work that way. Get in the boat like that, through the trigger, turn, save load, get your crosshairs aligned with the center of the smudge about. That way, I mean, it's a little lenient, but that's something you'll have to feel around to get better knowledge of. Once your crosshair is centered, you can basically hold S to get perfectly aligned with the wall for the next part of the trick. First you hold S, and you keep holding S, even while you're falling back down the cliff. Once you start to fall back down, once you're at the apex, the highest point of the side of the ridge, you hold A. That's the next step. So hold S, hold A, and then tap E to get out, or just tap your plus use bind right when you're at a certain angle into the next transition trigger to put you in no clip state, or rather yes clip state. This is an angle that you're just gonna have to feel around for. That's what I did. And every time I failed it, I would think, okay, maybe I was too far this way. Like if you hit it early, you'll get out at the front end of the boat, or if you get out if you're pointed too hard to the right, you can still transition, but get out on the front, etc. Again, something you're gonna have to feel out. This might take a lot of practice, like a lot of practice to feel around for that angle, but eventually you will recognize it. So right after you do that, turn around, hold forward and a strafe key by tapping it, because you will go 1500 UPS if you just hold W, and you can barely break 1600 by tapping a strafe key as you do so. Go straight for this building, straight for this SMG nade, straight for all the stuff on this table, break these two boxes, and then go straight for the second bridge, or I guess third bridge, the last bridge, over here, and touch the barnacle tongue. Once it licks you, you'll be plopped back into the world and you'll have gravity again, and you'll be in quick clip state now. That's the entirety of Yesclip.